People are buying your energy. They're buying the transformation, and you are bringing that to life for them. And so it's really important that not only do you bring your conviction and you bring, all of your knowledge and those pieces, but it's really about you owning your power, and it becomes just magnetic to other people. And so that's, again, why we can't be, I have a script, but what I say in red at the top of this is, please do not read the script. I just do it to get the lead. No, I'm just kidding. Well, kind of not. But anyway, the point is, I need them to know that the answer is not in reading the script. The answer is being able to have a conversation with somebody and helping them see that you have the solution to what they want already. Okay, so what else do we need to do? If you're one, I already said the thing about the Apple stock. Like that's, it's like you come from this place of knowing and service, right? But you're also not letting your ego get involved. So we have to keep that part neutral. So one little practice I like to do, because if you've cultivated some awareness, who here feels like they're pretty aware? Like they know when they go unconscious, or they know when they come back conscious, we'll say. Maybe we don't know when we get out. We're like, oh crap, I fell in it again. But the point is, learn how many of you would be able to catch when the fear enters the equation, when the pressure, when the money story comes in, you gotta do this. That's your ego. There's just like the ball, what I do is I'm like, okay, ego, not now. And I'm literally in my head, I'm actually just scooping it and putting that book away on the shelf. And I ground myself back into the present moment. Because guess where the ego cannot exist? In curiosity, in full presence. Because the power of the ego only exists in pulling you into the future or making you look at the past. So long as you're fully present and listening, which is another big piece, there's no space for it there. So we lift it up, we put it on the shelf, ride your breath back into the present moment, ground yourself on the floor, and keep your eye on the ball. Last in our sales piece is a sales process. Are you clear on the process you're taking people through? Whether it's through your content, whether it's through, being on somebody's podcast, whether it's through just networking, like all of these things, we have to know what we do next. We have to know where we're taking them and tracking that. I know it's not sexy, but if you're just expecting to just lead generate your butt off and then it's just gonna magically turn into sales, it's kind of like the content thing. So we have to be very intentional with how we take people through this process. So he goes, you can't be everything to everyone, you need to focus. And that was the very best advice, other than being me in my sales calls, was to stop trying to do it with everybody and do it with the right people. And when you can intentionally do that, you will watch the quality come through instead of focusing on the quantity. Just like LaToya, like I was talking about, she had all these followers and she didn't know how to. So it's really key that we don't have a leak in our sales funnel. And I mean the most basic sales funnel. I'm not talking like ClickFunnels necessarily. I'm saying like I meet them, then I do this, then I do that, then they get on a call, and then I sign them up or I don't. And then I do what? Follow up. And again, look some of these stats. 8 to 14 touch points, y'all, that was like 20 years ago. So where there's a will, there's a way. And, who knows why they didn't? Maybe I just kind of stumbled over it. Maybe it wasn't clear. Like, I will be next. I will from now on, And so knowing that that's okay and that there's other ways to recoup that. And not one person was like, get out of here. They were all like, oh, thank you. I didn't even realize this was a thing. You're gonna help me with my offer? Yeah. So we just don't know. Like, gosh, the kids could have ran through the room. Who knows what happened? But we think, oh my God, that's it. Got to find a whole new strategy. That's not it. And so, no, let's recoup. Let's figure out how to make this part work. And chances are, if you can connect with those people, they'll do it, right?